we find ourselves in year 2019. So happy New Year to you, and thank you for checking out my first Facebook Live for 2019. And by the way, I did 45 Facebook Lives in 2018. So this is actually episode, pardon me, episode 46. And last year we had over 60,000 views of my Facebook Live. So thank you all for the ones that watched it. And I know in that 60,000, there may only be 10 or 12 or 15,000 of you that you may have watched multiple different times. But I do appreciate it very, very much. It's an encouragement to me. And I hope this helps you, that you're going to want to absolutely share my talk with you tonight. So one of the things that I did a few years ago, I wrote a quick book, an ebook called the 3x5 Plan, Personal Growth Made Simple. And I really wrote it out of frustration because a lot of people I was dealing with, helping them and coaching them to live a more successful life, to have a personal growth plan, it became too arduous for them, and months into it, they'd end up quitting. So I said, I've got to come up with something simpler, something that's doable for everybody. And so in 6 days, I wrote the 3x5 plan, and I just sent it out to a number of people. I posted on Facebook. If you're interested in getting a copy of this and checking it out. And I was thinking I'd have a handful of people that would have an interest in it, and hundreds of people responded. So I ended up turning it into a full ebook, placed it on Amazon, and I really just give it away. So I've given thousands of those away, probably 10 or 15 or maybe 20,000 over the years. So I'll make that available to you at the end of this broadcast. You'll have it where Kevin Lynham, our creative director with Quest of the Keys, will post that you can download. But stay till the end to make sure you can get that, okay? So I'm going to talk to you about the 3x5 plan and personal growth made simple, and I'm going to show you how simple yet how powerful it can be. So I'm going to walk you through the things that you need. So again, I believe a daily plan is critical to a person's success. Most people operate with what I call the no plan. And see, the no plan, it is a plan, it's just the worst plan you can have. Don't operate with the no plan. It's a plan, it's just not a real good one. So I'm going to give you a plan, and it's something you can start tomorrow, and it's doable, and it will make a tremendous difference in your life. And I'm going to tell you why it will make a difference. So as we work through the 3x5 plan, a couple things I want you to keep in mind. One, think about the power of three. We tend to think in terms of three things. We can manage three things. So a lot of the built into the 3x5 is that it's three things. So you need to have a 3x5 card to start out with, and you need a pen. If you've got these two, even if you have a pencil, you can make it work. But you need a 3x5 card and a pen. So you'll be writing things in threes on your index card, okay? On a 3x5 card. Three things that you'll write that are on your 3x5 card. So have an index card, have a pen. That's the first thing you need to know. Second thing is that at the top of your index card, you want to write the date for every day. So starting tomorrow. So I'm trying to remember, today is the 7th. I think tomorrow's the 8th. So tomorrow you would write January the 8th at the very top of your card. And next to it, which you're going to have to take some time on this, you'll want to write your purpose statement. Okay, so for instance, my purpose statement is this: to encourage and to empower others. So you may want to use this as an example. Don't use mine. Come up with your own. But my purpose statement, if you've listened to me, I usually say it every time I talk, okay, is to encourage and to empower others to live, lead, and finish well. And by the way, you notice at the end how I use the power of three as part of my purpose statement. Encourage people to what? Live, to lead, and to finish well. That's my purpose statement. So how do you come up with your purpose statement? How do you discover that? It takes a little bit of time. But I want you to start with something. It may be just a sentence, and that's completely fine. You don't need to make it long. It needs to be short, 1 or 2 sentences, but start with something. So here's a few things to think about in your purpose statement. Make sure that it has significance. It's bigger than you. It's more important than you. Second, it is other focused. And third, that it gives direction for your life. Now, if you notice, this follows those letters. Significance begins with an S, other focus begins with an O, direction begins with a D. So that is for sod. So I want you to think about sod, having your feet firmly planted on the sod, that you can now have this trajectory for your life. So we need this firm planting of our feet, that we are pointed and aimed in the right direction. So sod will help you to remember that. Does it have significance? Is it other focus? And third, does it give me direction for my life? So at the top of your card, you'll write your purpose along with the date. So your date will change. Your purpose statement will not change. Every day I write my purpose statement. It doesn't change. So let's go to the next thing. Next one is write 3 things that you're passionate about. All right. So under your purpose statement, you write the word passionate, and then you write 3 things that you're passionate about. All right. So for me, 3 things I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about learning. I'm passionate about developing leaders, and I'm passionate about the next generation. Now, here's a couple questions you can ask yourself. They'll help kind of jog your mind to think about, what are you really passionate about? So ask yourself, what do you get fired up about? Okay, that would be something you're passionate about. Or what is something that makes you cry or you're really burdened about? That could be something else that you're passionate about. Okay, don't overthink this. So come up with 3 things that you're passionate about. Okay, so that would be under your purpose statement. The next thing would be passion, 3 things. All right, and then under that, the next item will be goals. You want to come up with not 5 goals, 7 goals. You want to come up with 3 goals. Why? The power of 3. We can manage 3 things. You get more than that, it can get complicated. So your 3 main goals that moves you toward and fits under your purpose. Okay, so what are your 3 goals? And they need to pass the SMART test. Okay, this is not original by me, but it is important to make sure your goals pass the SMART test. So what do I mean by SMART? The S for SMART stands for specific. Okay, it needs to be as specific as you can possibly make it. So if one of your goals is your income, you need to put a specific amount. One of the goals that I have for this year is a fundraising dollar amount for 2 nonprofits. So I have a very specific dollar amount. I don't have an estimate, I have a dollar amount. Okay, the next thing is the M is for measurable. How do you measure that? Okay, I can certainly measure, did I hit the goal? Did I raise that amount or did I not? So S is for specific, M measurable, and then the A is for attainable. Okay, you want it to stretch you, but it needs to be realistic enough that it's attainable. If not, you'll get discouraged. So don't make it a layup, make it a 3-pointer. All right, so that's the A. And the R, it needs to be relevant, which means, is it really relevant to your life? If it's irrelevant, why even go there? And then the T is for time sensitive. So I like to put my goals for the year. And sometimes I adjust them during the years. Either I've already blown by it, or maybe it's just become unrealistic. Then it becomes a little bit demotivating to me. So that's the SMART part of that. The other part of the goals I want you to keep in mind. So when you come up with the goals, those are what I would call lag measures. All right. So if I have a fundraising goal of $1 million, it's not $1 million, it's less than that, but $1 million. Okay, that's a lag measure or a goal. So I've got to think through, what are the lead measures to help me to accomplish that? I've got to have so many conversations in a week. I've got to meet with so many corporate sponsors. We've got to do a board fundraiser for the year. We've got to do online fundraising. All the different things that are the lead measures to help me to accomplish the lag measure or the goal. So make sure you get the difference between lead measures and lag measures. All right, lag measure is kind of after the fact. The lead measure are the things that move the needle for the lead measure. I'm sorry, for the lag measure. Okay, lead and lag. Lag measure is the goal. All right, now on the front of your card, that's the information you're going to put. Now I'm going to show you one of mine. Actually, the one for today, you'll have a hard time reading my handwriting, and because it's on Facebook, it's going to be reversed, so you really can't even read it. But it looks something like this. And then on the back of the card, okay, so I'm going to go to the blank card. On the back of the card, so on the front of the card, nothing changes other than the date. Your purpose, your 3 things you're passionate about, and your 3 goals. Those are static. You can change them mid-year or 3 months in, but you typically write that every day. And then on the back of the card, at the very top of the card, the next thing that you want to write every day are 3 daily activities. What are 3 things that you need to do every day that fits into your passion, and falls under your purpose. Daily activities that move you toward those things, and it helps you to accomplish your goals. So for instance, for me, the three things I try to do every day is I study every day. Typically, I study about 10 hours a week in reading and studying, at least 10 hours a week, typically 2 to 3 hours a day. So the second thing that I do is that I plan every day. You know what plan that I do every day? I do my 3x5 plan. Did you know I spend about 1% of my day to plan the other 99%? If you'll take 1% of your day to plan the other 99, the other 99% will go so much better. 1%, about 10 to 12 minutes a day to plan the other 99. So I plan every day. The third thing I do every day, almost every day, is I write. Either I'm writing for my Facebook Live, I'm working on a new blog article, a letter that I need to send out, a new book project, a script that we're working on for Quest of the Keys, input on that. So I'm writing on different things, always writing, okay? And that's not something I love to do, but it's something I need to do. Writing makes me a better speaker. It makes me a better leader. So that's the daily activities. That does not change. Under the daily activities, the next thing you'll write is priorities. So I like to, when I write daily activities or priorities, I like to square that up or put a circle around it or something to make it stick out. So priorities, those are the most important things that you need to do that day. So your priorities will change every day, okay? So one of my priorities for today, I interviewed a potential candidate with an organization I work with. So I spent almost 3 hours today in an interview. A second priority for me today was to prep and to deliver my Facebook Live talk. And then I had a conference call today as well. Those were my three most important things. Did you know when I finish this up, I will have accomplished my top 3 priorities today? Let me ask you, what were your 3 top priorities today? And did you get any of them done? Did you know a study was done a few years ago with CEOs of large corporations? And the average CEO spends less than 30 minutes a day on their top priorities. They're busy, but they're not getting the most important things done every day. Can you imagine what it will be like if you write down, again, look at priorities as opportunity costs. Where do I need to spend my time to be as productive as I possibly can be? Your priorities are what's important to you, is what needs to happen that day, not the urgent, but the important, okay? Don't let the urgent things get in the way of the important things. So you want to schedule your 3 most important things as a priority for that day. If you will do nothing but that, I just cannot even begin to tell you how much more effective and more successful you'll be in your life by just accomplishing your 3 top priorities. I block time every day to make sure that I accomplish my 3 most important things. Rarely do I go through a day that I don't accomplish my 3 most important things. I may not be able to tell you the 4th and the 5th, but those 3 things, I'm going to nail those. Okay, so that's the first thing that will change on your card every day, because your priorities will change every day. Your goals don't change every day. Your purpose doesn't change. What you're passionate about doesn't change. My daily activities, I do a lot of daily things, but those 3 things, study, plan, and write, I do every day, or almost every day. Now, the last category is grateful or gratefulness. So I want to write the word grateful, and then I want to block it, and I want to write 3 things that I'm grateful for. Now, I'm going to pull out my card again for today, and so I'll share one of those because this really stays the same except I add a number every day. Today is my 21,589th day and counting. Let me tell you why I do that. And by the way, tomorrow will be 21,590, because every day is a gift. Every day we should be grateful. Grateful people are happy people. Ungrateful people are unhappy, sad, and lonely. Gratefulness, that mindfulness to think about the things that you're grateful for, will set you up to have a better mindset as you go into that day. More peace, more joy, more happiness when you do that. So you write the 3 things that you're grateful for every day. What a great exercise to kick your day off. So by doing that, you've done your 3x5 plan. Now listen, I tell people 1% a day to accomplish, to plan the other 99%, it takes really less than 1%. 1% a day, I think, is about 13 minutes. On average, I spend about 8 or 9 minutes a day to do this. But when I get this done, I already feel like I have won the day and I have success. Now, once you complete your card, then you want to keep your card with you. I know several people, they keep it in their front pocket. I keep mine in a little leather journal I keep with me almost everywhere I go. And then at the end of that day, I'll take the card from my journal and then I'll put that in my little recipe box. You know, I have 8 of these recipe boxes, 2013 all the way through 2018, and this is my 2019 box. I've got years of these. Now listen, it may not be important to anybody else to me, but it says to me that I planned, I prioritized, I had goals, and it set me up for success. Take 1% of your day to plan the other 99%, and I assure you that other 99% will go so much better. It's a game changer. It's very simple, yet very powerful, and it's something that everybody can do. So it's really up to you now. I'm giving you this plan, and now Kevin will probably post that link that you can have access to the 3x5 plan. If we miss it right now, we'll make sure we put it out there later. Hopefully we'll get that posted. Kevin, if you can take care of that. And that will give you my short ebook. It's about 21 pages. You can read that in 45 minutes. I gave you kind of the cliff notes, if you will, and walked you through that, but it's something that you can take it. And actually, I teach a seminar on this, and it usually takes 2 or 3 hours. So, because we'll do the deeper work of going in there and helping people to figure out their purpose, the things they're passionate about, and have some good discussions. I just gave you the framework. Now, you need to do the work to think through those different things, which will take some time to do that. And you may not get it all right day one, but start tomorrow. It's up to you to make 2019 the best year you've ever had. Now listen, this is episode 46, and I hope if you missed some of the others, you can go back to scottysanders.com and catch most of the other Facebook Lives. But I would ask you and encourage you to share this by hitting the share button with other people. That would be a benefit to me and get the message out that I want to get to others as much as I possibly can. Because going back to why do I do the Facebook Live, is because I want to help people to live well, to lead well. Again, going back to my purpose, to encourage others to live, lead, and finish well. So I hope that has helped you today, and I hope it will help you to have a great 2019. Well, listen, I hope you have a great rest of the week. This is Monday. Let's go get after it and have a great week and a great year. Until next time, take care.